All right, so today I'm going to do a little short thought and discussion on the Medford Marauder H. Um, this is one of my more beautiful pieces from them. This one's a Tanto NS45EN. It's a big knife. We'll go over specs in a second. It's just gorgeous knife. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but they kind of face the pivot, and you get the blue down in there. Same as the back side. And then the clip as well. It's got the blue, and then this glass-like finish they putting on them. Blade is big, beautiful blade. Big, beautiful blade. All right, so specs on this one are overall length 9.5 inches, 11 ounces, maybe a little lighter from the sculpting. This is the, what do they call this? The braided rope sculpting, I believe is what it is. And I just love their blue. The blue on these things, I'm just kind of aesthetically going over the knife real quick. It's a big, thick knife. Action, incredibly smooth. It's beautiful. So this is a big, hard use knife. I believe the scales, it's kind of like the 187, 0.19 on the blade. Large stop pins. It's got that Medford sound that we're all, if you're into Medfords, they have a certain sound to them. And I've used this one quite a bit. This one's never going to leave the collection. I saw this pop up. I don't remember when I got this last year sometime, and just the little details that they do when they do these sculptings. You can kind of see that pivot there, how it's blue inside the divots on both sides, and then lock up. I'd say about 30%, so that's about right. It's a big knife. Comparison, I always put the Sebenza 31 next to it. Large knife, very large knife. And when I got this, I had ordered it from DLT, and it arrived, and I was just blown away by the finish on this thing. The anvil is starting to wear just a little bit, not much, but like I said in my other videos, I am a fan of big knives. It cuts. It's definitely not a slicer by any means, but it cuts just like every Medford does. Every knife cuts. Just the grind lines on, I know the new ones I think are production ground, like on a machine. So I'm glad I got in my collection the one. I don't have any of the new ones yet like that, and their Medford's Tantos are the only Tantos I generally like. There's something about it that I think it's kind of a Japanese type Tanto, and it's just gorgeous. So what do I use this knife for? Cutting open packages. Maybe break a box down. That's kind of all I do. If I was in a position or a situation that I needed this big, gigantic knife, then I have that as well, working for me, for prying, for stabbing, for and anything else you can imagine. Smooth as butter. hydraulic action. You know, the fuller is a little slick. It still does the job. You know, a lot of guys like the old ball cut fullers, and they're nice too. I like them as well. This one is just a beautiful piece, and I carry it now and again, but you know how it is. You get a new knife, you carry it, and then you put it back in there, and then you pull whichever knife you're going to carry for the day out, and it just reminds you. It's like, I wish there were 25 days in a week so I could, you know, that's just my thoughts anyway. But this isn't going to be a long video. It is, you know, you got those large stop pins, and they make their knives sound just, I mean, the lockup, the ergos on this thing, you know, the only thing that gets me, like I said in my other video on the white sevens, is this part right here. I wish they would just knock down. You know, it's a little catchy, a little sharp. But other than that, put this in hand, and this, like, you can choke up on these real good, real good. You know, it's got that huge choil, so you can choke up if need be. I don't ever find my position to do that. I guess if you was going to break down a shit ton of boxes, that would be what it's made for. Or if you just wanted a higher up, you know, grip, I guess. I did put my own edge on this. Came razor sharp. Just wanted to hone my sharpening skills. And a lot of people were like, "What would you put an edge on such an expensive knife?" As a kind of a novice sharpener, well, you got to learn. And you know, if I get a knife, it's not in my. If I'm going to keep a knife in my collection, I'm going to put my own edge on it eventually. And you know, there's a few knives in my collection right now where I haven't, because I'm on the fence of, you know, do I want to keep it? Do I want to sell it? This one is not going to be sold. This thing is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. You know, it's got that big breaker on the end here. Or, I mean, you just jam that into somebody. You got somebody and you're in a situation, you jam, I mean, you can, I don't forget what Greg calls that, attitude adjuster. The ones on the Praetorians are a little bit better, but does its job. And they do these, I don't know how they do these. I'm assuming they do these on the belt. I don't know if they do this kind of pattern on, you know, someone can let me know in the comments. You know, I don't know if they do this with a Dremel or how they do it, but whatever they're doing, it works. Big, thick knife. Big, thick knife. Big, look at that tip. Now that tip ain't gonna break. You know, I'm not gonna go out and shove it in a tree for no good reason. You know, that's, well, on my fixed blades, I'll do that here and again, but on a folder, you know, it's, I don't know. And you know, it is on washers. It's smooth as can be. Just that sound. So you've got this one, like I said. I'll put the Sabenza back up here just for a little bit more reference. If you don't like big knives, you're not gonna like the Marauder H. And that's okay. You don't have to like every knife. I kind of really don't like the Sabenza. I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep it or sell it, keep it in the collection. I'm not sure yet. But, you know, you get a knife, you play with it, you take it apart, you look at it, you see what goes into making it. I didn't take this one apart yet, just no need to. And oh, it's on washers, it's got washers on every side. I don't care, blah blah blah. I don't care. It serves it. I just don't care. But short sweet video, big hard use folder, good ergos, really good ergos, choke up spot. I mean, you just get a hold of this son of a bitch and do whatever the hell you want with it. But I'm trying to think of what else I can say about it other than I kind of want one that's fully sculpted in a drop point Vulcan blade. You know, it doesn't have these cutouts in there, which a lot of people don't like. Doesn't bother me any. I kind of wish this was a full sculpt, but it is what it is. But I think the two knives I want to get is the fighter flipper I don't have. I want that one, kind of standard model. Then I want to get the drop point version of this in a Vulcan blade with a full sculpt. I kind of like to get Predator. If they made a green Predator one right now, if it popped up on a website, I would buy it in a heartbeat. But I do like the green. And I do like the blue knives. I would say those two colors are what gets me. And I do like, you know, a full plain titanium is fine with me as well. But, you know, you just got to get them in hand. I know these are expensive. I'm not going to lie and sit here and these aren't for everybody. You know, for practicality reasons, they're too expensive. I get it. I understand. But if you got the money and you like a bigger knife, this one you just don't want to pass up on. You know, I don't have the any of the .26 blades. I kind of want one, kind of don't. If I did get one, and I'd kind of want to get an older one and then have it go in and do their, I forget what they call it, basically a custom shop where you send it in, tell them what you want done with it. I might do that one of these days if I can get one in a trade for, you know, a decent trade, I guess you would say. But not a long video. Beautiful knife. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and give me a subscribe and a like, and I'll always reply to every single comment. And that's all I got for today. I appreciate you guys watching. I like doing this. It's just going to get better. Just need to get my studio set up a little bit better, get a little bit of better lighting, stuff like that. But I really appreciate anyone that gives a like, a subscribe, just even a watch. I like doing this, and I'm going to keep doing it. So that's all I got. I think this will post on Sunday. And you guys have a good one. Later.